the Washington Post, for instance, has been one of the pioneers in this area with a system called Heliograph, which journalists are using to produce short text based, for instance, on sports results or financial data, where the data analysis is the core of the stories. So these are not probably stories that will win the next Pulitzer Prize, but if journalists can allocate these resources to a machine, then it means they have more time for investigating larger stories and do more reporting, for instance. Finally, also the BBC has been experimenting recently with generative AI, for instance, to provide translations of their stories from English to other languages. Languages where probably they don't have lots of human resources, but where there is an audience which is interested in the BBC journalism. Well, definitely OSINT is one of the most interesting fields in investigative reporting, and we have seen how important it has become, for instance, in conflict reporting recently, with the conflict in Ukraine and in Gaza as well. OSINT is really making a difference when it comes to help audiences understand what is going on. And it is a very interesting field, particularly because it's very hybrid. So there is a classic journalistic component where journalists are making their analysis, they are looking at the data, writing the stories, going to conclusions. But there is a strong computational part of it, where things like satellite images are being used, access to different sources online, like pictures and video posted on social media, are being gathered by journalists with a certain computational knowledge on how to use the digital tools. So AI in that field can particularly be of help because it can assist journalists do all of this at a faster speed and more in depth. Because one thing that AI does better than humans at the moment is data analysis. So one of my favorite experiments, for instance, comes from Venezuela, where the investigative outlet Armando.info, in cooperation with El País, has used AI to map satellite images of the Amazon forest in order to find potential illegal mines that were operating in that area. The down spiral of content quality is definitely one risk, because what we see at the moment with large language models and generative AI tools, the quality of the text that is produced is very low compared to what a human could do. So I sincerely hope that no news organization could say, okay, we just let ChatGPT, for instance, producing stories, because that would be really problematic. Secondly, there is, of course, anything related to mis and disinformation, because these tools can generate images, videos, and text, and increasingly also audio that can be used for kind of scamming people, for confusing people, or for doing disinformation campaigns. It does not happen yet on a large scale, although we saw certain specific instances where generative AI has been used for trying, at least, to produce this kind of deceiving content. The technology is not so advanced yet in terms of actually creating a fake story and make it circulate in society in a meaningful way. But of course, the danger is there, because the technology is evolving. We will have to relate ourselves with content that is produced by machines. And these machines are not like independent, but they are the product of power relations. So I also see, for instance, a growing presence of big tech in our society, also on the side of content production. And this makes a difference in the public sphere, because we already live within a digital world that is shaped by infrastructures provided by huge technological companies, which are the most powerful companies ever existed. And now they're also in the position of supplying tools for creating content. And that makes them even more powerful. So my colleagues have done a content analysis about the coverage of AI errors in Europe, which came to the conclusion that most of the time we journalists still frame AI in sensationalistic terms, trying to look into the potential revolutionary outcomes of AI, especially when it comes to combining human and machine intelligence. But there is also a niche of reporting which is looking more closely to the errors and into like the societal problems that AI will bring. So in order to complete this research, I'm doing interviews asking journalists who routinely cover artificial intelligence as a topic, where do they see the problem? And to them, it's interesting to see that the problems of AI are no longer only technological. These are purely political and social problems that needs to be tackled. So if our AI system is giving racist outcomes or sexist outcomes, it is because of the data. And the data come from reality. So the machine can only accelerate and exacerbate the problems, but these are systemic injustice that we already have in society.